Thank you for coming here today. Given the increase of COVID-19 cases in the recent days, I thought it'd be timely that we should give you an update of Defence's assistance to the states and territories. As of this afternoon, about 1,500 Defence personnel are deployed as part of Operation COVID-19 Assist. This is up from about 700 people from 2 weeks ago. There has been a rapid increase in Defence support in the recent days due to this increase in COVID-19 cases, and it will likely increase as the time goes ahead. Some of our new tasks include, in New South Wales, we have approximately 500 personnel supporting the New South Wales Police at border control points. These personnel are currently located in 29 different locations. I can advise that the 12 ADF members who were isolating at RAF Base Wagga, who had previously been identified as attending the Crossroads Hotel, have now tested negative for COVID-19. However, in accordance with New South Wales health orders, they will continue to self-isolate as precautionary measure. In South Australia, we have 60 personnel currently supporting South Australia Police with their border control points along the Victoria-South Australia border. In Victoria, we have about 160 ADF personnel who are supporting testing sites across Melbourne. We also have about 100 personnel currently supporting Victorian Police with their Metropolitan Police Control checkpoints. And today I've approved an increase of 75 personnel for that task, bringing it to a total of 175 personnel. We also have a number of ADF personnel assisting Victorian authorities with their planning, in particular the Victorian Police, the State Control Centre at Emergency Management Victoria, and the Department of Health and Human Services. We've also recommenced our support to the Victorian Police Assistance Line in Ballarat. And over the weekend, the Victorian Government accepted an offer of an additional 1,000 ADF personnel. We are currently working very closely with the Victorian Government and their authorities to finalise the arrangements for the deployment of these 1,000 personnel, including trying to determine exactly what support that the ADF would be best suited to provide. While this detailed planning is occurring with the Victorian authorities, we are also working to ensure our personnel are available to deploy quickly once the specific requests are known. The ADF has built strong partnerships with the state and territories through Operation Bushfire Assist and now Operation COVID-19. This year, perhaps more than any other, the ADF has proved it can provide rapid and scalable assistance in support of lead agencies so they can focus on their frontline responsibilities. It is a privilege for our personnel to be able to serve their local communities. I'm happy to take a few questions.
I know the details are still being finalised for Victoria. What are the kinds of roles that Defence Force personnel would be carrying out and envisage?
So we'll continue to augment the Victorian Police at some of those police checkpoints. We could also accompany the police if they need to do any sort of compliance checking, and they're one of the ones being considered. There's certainly other range of tasks that we've done in other states and territories that we would consider if the Victorian authorities believe they are suitable.
When do you expect to hear from the Victorian authorities about where exactly they'd like their personnel?
We expect that over the next few days we'll get better clarity from the Victorian authorities. Our team's working very closely to work out what options are available, and then it will take a few days for our personnel to deploy down to Victoria.
What can you tell us about the false start of Victoria revising down the number of ADF personnel
That's a matter for the Victorian Government. The ADF does stand by to support the Victorian authorities where they think it's suitable. As you know, the Victorian Government decided to use Corrections Victoria for the tasks at the hotel. That is an appropriate task for Corrections Victoria, but we do stand by to support wherever the Victorians require us.
There's been obviously a big problem with hotel quarantine policy in Victoria. From a defence perspective, why are ADF personnel possibly best suited to do this task? Do you think that they are highly trained? What is it about the training that will make them well suited to that task?
Look, I don't want to guess what went wrong in Victoria, but in the other states and territories where we've supported with the hotels, we've made sure our personnel are fully trained. They're a disciplined workforce with a chain of command that will supervise them on task. As military personnel, they're very proud to be supporting the nation.
What exactly are your personnel doing with the police at Ballarat?
It's the police assistance line, so it's one of the call centres where Victorians can call if they want to report any issues associated with COVID-19. Yes, we were there for the first 2 months of the crisis, and in late May we came off that task because the capacity of the Victorian Police had been reconstituted so they could fulfil that responsibility.
This year, as mentioned, the bushfires, now COVID-19, Defence often has a very looking year. You're looking at operations around the world. How different or unprecedented is it for Defence to be undertaking so many domestic operations like this?
Defence has a long history of supporting the Australian population in disaster situations, but this year has been different than most because of bushfire assist quickly followed by COVID-19 assist. So it is different for us, and certainly it is an unprecedented mission for us because we are supporting the nation across all locations with every state and territory requesting and getting defence support at the same time.
Are there any concerns about capacity to be able to bring these requests, like in year capacity, how much you're looking to bubble?
There's no specific concerns with regards to capacity now that we can move forces from state to state. Earlier on in this crisis, there was a challenge where many borders were locked down and were unable to move forces from state to state, but that is now not a problem.
How long will the 12 ADF members that have attended Crossroads, how long will they have to stay in self-isolation?
Those members will stay in isolation for 14 days in accordance with New South Wales health orders.
But how many days from now is that they have to stay?
That will be another 12 days.
For the staff that are going to Victoria now, the extra 1,000 personnel, do you have any indication how long they'll be there for?
No indication at this stage. That's part of the planning that's going on with Victoria authorities right now. All right. Thank you.